Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other.
Today, from Wembley Stadium in London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
Beginning on the ground with Pateron. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pateron. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Pateron, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now Lawrence on first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On second down, a run with Patterson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Mariota. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw on second and 10, Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Jags grab it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They'll run with ETN. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On play action, Lawrence on the move to his left. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lawrence will throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And inside the 20 before before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. ETN up the middle. Evades him at the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Mariota's throw taken in by London. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 1st down, Mariota. And there's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because it's been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Buying time to his hit comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Jags grab it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter. Play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come and bump.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their 1st misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, hey, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
A nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football and catch him off balance.
And he did. Play fake. Mariota. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown. Falcons have got it back to within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boy, they're down only one score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have a superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
It'll go to a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes it back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, with the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to.
Touchdown! Dan Arnold from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They go play action. Mariota. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. A 1st down throw for Mariota. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 23 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. 4th down, Mariota. That's to his running back, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot on the football. And this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. Well, linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. They only going to get 2 there on 3rd down. That's all you need to keep the drama alive. From the midfield now, Lawrence. Good slant by Kirk. Gives it down to the 42-yard line. And then they go ahead and hit this one. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him. Why not go back to him? He has something go really, really well. Great relationship. Got to get off the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he goes to the running back. The 30-yard line here. So coming up first is 10 now for the 33. Play action. It's Lawrence. This is Politics Kirk. And he says this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And down into 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll go on to the short side. It's hit in the bowling green. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover. There's a chance to get the football back. The option decided to keep it exposed to self-fulfillment.
And you're worried about the hit he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They're going to start the drive here on the taking the hit for about 4 down coming up. Following the go up before 2nd and 6. Mariota throwing. It's complete. Over that time, it's going to lead to 3rd down. So it's a 2nd down incompletion and come down now against a 3rd and 6. To throw Mariota. It's good. It's hits. It's complete. And it just got the Falcons. It's ready to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a run, not just a statement with intelligence. Falcons zone. Make sure the quarterback saw it. It was a make the short catch. Put the downward back to the one. Mariota's throw over here.
3 yards remaining. 2nd down. Again, it's Mariota. He's going in the right side. And they let this as well. Field across the 45. First down, that might be a Mayfield now. 1st and 10. Mariota now. Throws right back to taken down right at the 40-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll go again with Patterson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Mariota. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On 2nd and 10, Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Mariota. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Straight ahead, Etienne. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Now Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 25 on second down, Lawrence. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Lawrence going to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously. Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head. I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity? He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room? Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. Now Lawrence, and that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd. Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game. Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear? I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now it
looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, going back to Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Throwing is Mariota. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Here's a give to Patterson. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball down. Usually, you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the shotgun, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Finds his tight end Ingram. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Looking to throw Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Lawrence will throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Looks the situation the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them. After the other side, their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mariota.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff.
And oh, he caught it up. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play for 30 in the 1st.
Very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Play action now. Mariota. And tackle going to be made at the 38. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face-mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point. Third and short yardage. Mariota. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Algier. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith taking it in from a yard out, and the Falcons are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Arnold. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for and finding Arnold once again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. To throw again is Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lawrence going to look to throw for it, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mariota's throw taken in by London. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Richie Grant in on the tackle. 2nd down and 8.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. That's complete. Right around the 8.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to sit in the film room and watch every error that they figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Mariota. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw Mariota.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And no return here for Agnews, and they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they
need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Lawrence flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just a fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. This complete to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath to Etienne. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake, Mariota. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Mariota. Going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, Mariota. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Etienne once more. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little bit in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.